Hello, everyone. Are you ready for a live with CCO? We're at number 79. Great topic today. We're going to talk about resources for the 2023 E&M changes. Now, we've talked about the E&M changes. We've given you a heads up when they first made a major shift and some adjustments. And then we came back and gave you a brief overview of what to expect in 23. Well, now we want to give you some resources. Things change so much with E&M, and especially now since they've kind of turned it on its head, where it's based on time and medical decision making for the standard patient evaluations, that, you know, uh, we need to stay on top of it. And I would rather show you how to find the changes and reliable resources than for you to be stumbling around and maybe not getting the information that you need. Because, of course, we do research all the time. You know, we do, and we love doing it. However, it's kind of one of those teach a person to fish and then they won't be hungry. So again, there are lots of changes, and some of these E&M changes will happen last minute. Here's a quick image that a peer sent me of the different changes that happened in CPT this year. There was one addition, 49 revisions, and 25 deletions just in E&M. And with that being said, I can tell you, even when this was announced, there are last minute tweaks and changes that are happening as we go along. So, uh, here are some heavy players, the if you want to call them the big wigs of E&M. This is where you're going to go to for reliable resources. The first place is the AMA. They own the CPT. And so you can absolutely believe that they're going to be on top of the changes that are happening. Number two, you're going to go to CMS because they're the ones that work with the AMA. They more or less have contracted with the AMA to be able to uh, make the changes smooth and to make sure that everybody gets the information that they need, and also to just have a reliable code set. All right. Now, uh, I would also say that the AMA is very reliable in that uh, what one of the things that they do is give their opinion as an organization, and I'm going to give you some examples of what they thought was positive and negative about some of the changes. If you want education in E&M, go to E&M University. Not only do they have good courses, but they have uh, reliable resources that will assist you. I know Lorraine's used them for years. And of course, you can come to us. And just so you know that if you get a copy of this slide deck, you'll be able to use those links to jump out to our YouTube channel. And I just thought I'd bring this in real quick to show you what it looks like. Here is the E&M 23 changes, just a quick overview that you can go in and see what we did. We try to keep you updated as well on all of the changes in the code set. And we also have fun videos along the way about little, unique scenarios and snippets and questions that we're giving. Know that you can find us on YouTube very easily at youtube.com/at CCO. If you do jump out there, go ahead and subscribe to us. You can click the little bell, and then you'll know every time that we announce that we're putting up a new video. And it really does help us if you put the thumbs up. That lets the platform know that we're reliable and that you appreciate what we're doing. Moving right along, let's look at CMS. CMS does the final rule. Now, there are still changes happening. I sent a message out to some peers and I said, oh, by the way, is there anything that, or what resources do you use to um, check the E&M changes, as well as just to verify and answer questions? And they said that that of course CMS, right? And the final rule, the reason I put this up here like this is so that you would know what to Google if you were going to go ahead and search. Now, here is the AMA's implementing CPT evaluation E&M revisions. The final rule is here and some more information, but I wanted you to see that. We'll look at that again in a moment. So calendar year, it's always based on a calendar year, uh, and the physician fee schedule final rule, as well as additional information. CMS is the go-to site. However, when you get in there, sometimes it's a little difficult to navigate, but use the search box, put the keywords in, and you'll get where you need to go. And this is exactly the verbiage that's going to assist you to find that information. Let's look at what the AMA said. I pulled this directly from their website. They have developed a lot of resources to assist you as you work with the E&M changes. And this is what, again, their site looks like when you go to that particular link. So let's start at the beginning, and the content. Here's some video step-by-step guides from them, and let's move on down to videos to assist you. Reliable videos. I watched some of these, very helpful. Medical decision making. Now, we've done videos like that as well, but sometimes you need to get it from more than one person, right? To make it stick in your head. And they're going to be the first ones that put up any changes and revisions that happen. Okay, so there again is part of the AMA. And then I wanted you to also see from them this one link to the coding guidelines that were recently changed, and the most up to date. Let's see, I thought I had this. No, I don't. Yes, I don't have it up there. I did have it up on the screen, but again, this is the verbiage that you need to be able to get to the proper place for your resources. Again, big big link there for you. All right, now the AMA, um, they publish this, but AHIMA breaks it down and asks questions. I thought this was brilliant. So I just grabbed some in the document that they sent. They broke down the titles, and I want you to see. Absolutely love this. This is, they took what everybody's talking about. So this is a letter to um, CMS, and they're talking about the changes and their opinions on the changes. And for example, here is one of those. They say that they understand the objective CMS had in changing the verbiage of skin substitutes to wound care management products. However, that they disagreed with that verbiage. They state, we do not agree that confusion with other codes would be avoided because of the proposed terms. And they go on to explain all of that. Now, they also break it down and just go through all of these changes. If you had questions about telehealth, for example, and were this opinion will help you better understand it. And I went through and read all of this. Actually, there's 10 pages. Um, some of it I knew, I've heard people talk about, and others that I had not. And if you want to get a better understanding of E&M, then go in, read this document, and see what their thought process is about the specifics in some of the changes that have been made. And again, some of it's scoring methodology and stuff, but 10 pages of excellent, um, thought out information. I really, really liked this. And again, giving you a link to be able to reference. These are just a few of the topics that they talked about. And then this is an example that I pulled from that document where it says, we support CMS. However, in our opinion, and they were not agreeing that skin substitutes should be taken out and wound care management should be replacing that verbiage. So, uh, for one thing, AHIMA is a reliable source. Two, that puts them on a higher level when you know they've done their due diligence to go through the changes and form an opinion. And it's based on their knowledge, extensive knowledge. And so I was really impressed. I actually didn't know that they had this document, that they had submitted this document, and was so excited when I saw it that I ended up reading the whole thing and kind of having some aha moments. And the reason I wanted you to see that was because it explained why there was some confusion in some specific areas. Now, not all of it, honestly, is E&M. There's some other things that had that that are in the CPT changes, but it did have some E&M changes. Really put the HEMA up in a little higher standard, in my opinion, due to this type of a document. So, any chance that you get the ability to read some of those, I would encourage you to do so, especially from a reliable source, not just a particular blog. Now, E&M University, already mentioned that Laureen had introduced me to E&M University some time ago. Fabulous place. E&M was something that I struggled with, and it actually is how I found Laureen and CCO, in that the students that I had at the college weren't getting it. They weren't getting E&M the way I was explaining it. And quite honestly, I understand, because I've always had a kind of a wonky view of E&M. I would always base E&M leveling on medical decision making and time, like they do it now, like the changes were. But that's not the way you would do it. You would have to make sure you validated all the little boxes. And therefore they were struggling. I wasn't doing a very good job of explaining, and quite honestly, I never liked it very much anyway, which probably also made it hard for them to understand. But Laureen explained it so well. And you know that she had put her bubble and highlighting technique that explained E&M at the front part of the CPT manual. And when I started introducing my students to her videos that she was using, and then I got the product and was showing them how to do E&M her way, the light bulb went on for everybody. But she has always stated that E&M University was a very reliable source, and that she did a lot of her research through them. Medicare made some sweeping changes, of course, and this is one of the examples that they stated uh, in E&M University, that they discussed telehealth. So that is one little niche of the E&M changes, and they broke it down so well. And now you can go and read more, and then of course they're going to upsell you and try to get you to take one of their courses. But they have fabulous resources. I would get involved with them if E&M is something that you need help with, or if you're considering getting a credential with E&M, they will be the go-to guys for your studies. And here you see how they, excuse me, listed everything out for telehealth. They're still tweaking and making changes to telehealth, but these guys are going to be on top of it. So I was real impressed with them. And don't forget that there are other entities like hospitals that put their education out there as a free resource. And so I found this John Hopkins Medicine site, and they did a resource and put it up on YouTube, but it was actually within another link. And I think if I still have it, no, I don't. I thought I closed it out, but you can go to uh, hopkinsmedicine.org, and you notice that it's a free webinar. This would be um, probably education that they had given their employees or their providers to help them with those major changes. And then they publish it out there for us free to get more information on the education. It's just maybe another way to look at it. Again, there may be some people that their education resonates with you versus another person. I think it's always good to align yourself with several places to get education. But not only does John Hopkins do that webinar, they also did this webinar, and it was based off AMA. uh, Thought it was fabulous as well. It's free out there. You know what? Now that I think about it, it was the AMA website that that put these up, and then I think you can also find them on YouTube. Not positive, but definitely go to Hopkins Medicine. When you do this, though, when you go searching, the the caveat there is be very, very careful that you don't get misled and it be someone that's not reliable, that it looks like it's coming from because of the graphics or such from somebody such as Mayo Clinic or Hopkins University, and it actually isn't. So this one was backed up by the AMA. So again, be a little careful. Always have your reliable resources in place when you get ready to do research. I do want to show you one more thing, and it is how I decided to see if there was anything else out there, and I came across that great document that AHIMA did. So what I put in the search in Google was 2023 E&M resources, but I stated AHIMA because I knew AHIMA had some really great content, but it wasn't what I found was not what I thought I was going to find. I found, even better information. Now, this right here is strictly the CMS's proposed rule. Everybody has access to that. And then you notice there's some other organizations, but if you want this descriptors and guidelines, you can go straight to the AMA and get it. In fact, I can just show you what it looks like here. This is the guidelines in PDF. And that goes out to everybody. It is the guidelines that are in the front of your manual when you get your new manual. Easy stuff. Let me get rid of this. You guys, let us know. Send a note into us if you have a reliable source that you really like, and then we'll be able to share it with others. We are better when we all work together. That's one of the unique things about our professions is that we rely on our peers, we network, and we help everybody out. It's not like it's a competition. In the meantime, if you have another topic that you would like us to research for you, then it's real easy to let us know. Go to cco.us/topic request, and absolutely we'll do our due diligence, research that topic, and share it with you on our platforms. You know, again, it's very, very helpful when you let us know specific scenarios that you've encountered. And we also do kind of case studies. If you do decide to send us something like that, that you think would be beneficial to not only our students, but our peers, then make sure it's redacted. And we appreciate your feedback along the way. Here's some resources, and thank you for joining us. Don't forget, we love doing this. We have a lot of fun, and we want you to have fun with us. Thanks, guys, and bye.
Do you need more medical certification and business training? Learn more at www.cco.us.